Factor x cubed plus 2x squared plus 5x plus 10. A polynomial with 4 terms. If we group x cubed plus 2x squared, the GCF is x squared, and we are left with x plus 2. Then we will group 5x plus 10. The GCF is 5, and we are also left with x plus 2. Obviously, x plus 2 is the greatest common factor of these two terms. So we factor out x plus 2. Now we are left with x squared plus 5. And we're done. We're going to group x cubed plus 3x squared. The GCF is x squared. We are left with x plus 3. And x plus 3 is prime, so the factors are 1 times x plus 3. Factoring again, the GCF is x plus 3. So we factor out x plus 3. And we're left with x squared plus 1, a sum of 2 squared, which is not factorable. The GCF between 2y cubed and 8y squared is 2y squared. We are left with y plus 4. We're going to factor the negative coefficient, and it's going to be -1 times y, we change the sign, plus 4, we change the sign. The greatest common factor becomes y plus 4. And the other factor is 2y squared minus 1. Between 5n cubed and 30n squared, the GCF is 5n squared. And we are left with n minus 6. The GCF between 4n and -24 is 4, and we are left with n minus 6. n minus 6 is the new greatest common factor, and when we factor it out, we are left with 5n squared plus 4. Let's do it again. The GCF between a to the 5th and -3a cubed is a cubed. Second factor, a squared minus 3. The GCF between 2a squared and minus 6 is 2. We are left with a squared minus 3. A squared minus 3 is the common factor. We are going to factor it out. A squared minus 3. And we're left with a cubed plus 2. Between 3p to the 6th and 12p to the 4th, the GCF is 3p to the 4th. The second factor, p to the 2nd plus 4. We're going to factor the negative coefficient. -2 is the GCF. And we are left with p squared plus 4. We change the sign. Now, p squared plus 4 is the greatest common factor. P squared plus 4. And the second factor is 3p to the 4th minus 2. If we understand x squared plus 2x plus 1 to be x plus 1 squared, the game is over. So we're going to get x plus 1 squared minus y squared. X plus 1 squared, let's try it out. X plus 1 times x plus 1 is x plus 1 squared. So it's x times x plus 1 plus 1 times x plus 1. We're going to have x squared, x plus x, 2x plus 1. So this is a perfect square. X squared plus 2x plus 1. Now, difference of 2 squared will be factored as x plus 1 plus y times x plus 1 minus y. Rearranging the first term, we obtain x plus y plus 1, and the second term, x minus y plus 1. If we recognize a squared minus 10a plus 25 as a perfect square, the game is over. It's a minus 5 squared minus b squared. Difference of two perfect square. So it's a minus 5 plus b times a minus 5 minus b. Rearranging the terms, a plus b minus 5 times a minus b minus 5. If we recognize 4y squared plus 4y plus 1 as a perfect square, then we will write it 2y plus 1 squared minus 9 squared. Difference of two squares. 2y plus 1 plus 3x times 2y plus 1 minus 3x. Now, rearranging the term, 2y plus 3x plus 1 times 2y minus 3x plus 1.